Welcome everybody to Quick Save Bar
and Arcade.
Mr. Brightside.
It's your boy Dead Ed.
And we're back now with part 2. We have Kim. She stopped by to help celebrate with us. Say what's up to everybody out there.
Hey, what's up everybody?
So we are on part 2 of our anniversary, 1-year anniversary special. So of course pinball, a big part of our first year.
Yeah.
It took us probably about a month or two into the stream to even be able to do pinball because we couldn't get the setup correct.
Right,
There
and
was a bunch of issues. There also
yeah.
wiring issues. There was just a bunch of stuff going on. So it's been consistent since then. It's definitely what people enjoy the most. Most of you guys tune in for the pinball.
And honestly, we've had some really cool experiences. We've met some developers on some of the tables.
Yep.
We had their feedback on the way to play the table.
Mm-hmm.
We got other people interested and kind of like had a little bit of a conversation there for a while, and it was great to experience.
Our first raid happened while we were playing pinball as
well.
Yeah. So we've had some really good experiences with pinball, and today we are going to be playing some video game and board game based pinball tables. So first up is Safecracker. I want to say it came out in 1996. Bailey Williams, one of those. Williams Bailey used to be the same company, so whatever.
Yeah.
It's a very odd table. If you guys don't know a lot about pinball, it's basically you're trying to unlock the safe by moving spaces on the board that's on the back glass, and you do that by different points that you can enter to roll dice. And then there's different things you land on certain things and you get bonuses or do little mini games or whatever, just like you would on a normal board game.
Nice.
Okay.
And if I can get this stupid thing to work.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
There it is. Alright, here we go.
Oh.
Well, that's something right there, guys. That's it, primo.
Yeah.
We're done.
Candy. 2000 security system online.
I mean, do I want to break into the system or do I want to have sex with the system? I don't know based on that voice.
There's a choice.
Yeah.
Looks like Game Playboy is back, unless if he sent us the same message twice.
Candy.
Oh, if you are back, welcome.
Computer
this is
aided
money-based.
neutralization and discovery.
So how much money you get from the vaults and safes. So very much like how NBA Fast Break, if the points are based on playing basketball, this is so you're not going to get 10 billion points. It's not points, it's dollars. So the Blade Runner table's like that too. Remember you could in between you could spend your money for upgrades.
Yeah.
When we played the Blade Runner.
And it's worth it too as well.
Intruder alert.
Because the bonuses that you get out of it and being able to score even higher.
Area shut down.
All right, I got $2,000. Here we go. I quit for the day.
Done.
Alright, this is going to definitely be a warm-up, though. Going not loosey-goosey with pinball. Alright, collect wheel value.
There you go, Derek.
Free gift, 5 minutes to be on a timer, so adding time, you can also add time.
That was slick. Let's wheel and deal.
Vault Alarm 1 has been.
Ooh.
So I only get so many of those. It's got a lot of stuff here right in the front that can screw that bank. So I'm trying to get that grant. I'm trying to figure out where it needs to be.
Your time is running out.
Collect wheel value. What do we get here?
Candy. 2000 system shutdown in progress. Termination is suspended.
70,000.
Vault Alarm 2 has been activated.
Yeah, you were close.
Restart in
Timer's
progress.
going. There's not a lot of time left.
Really have much time.
Nope. Come on, one more launch. I get one more launch.
5 minutes until area shutdown.
And this is video game 5 minutes. So the timer's like, much faster.
Yeah. So not a literal 5 minutes.
There we go.
They want your quarters.
That's
Nice. Nice.
Lock is lit. All right.
let's lock 'em up.
Shoot ramp to light bank.
No, you don't. Select wheel value.
Thanks for your deposit.
Free
Free
gift.
token. You win a magic token. It's making it a fake deal.
Hey.
Yeah.
What the?
Oh.
Even told me?
Yeah.
That freaked me out because it's like this is not like a pinball effects table. This is a real table. I was like, what is floating? I'm in sudden death, so I can't let the ball break. Okay, that's a good spot.
Yeah.
Alright, see if I can get it up and get these blocks lit.
One more ball and I think you got multi-ball over there.
Hey, pal.
Note to tell us.
Oh.
Four
Robert.
donuts though. That's important.
Eating good today, boys.
Wow.
Alright, you're
You
up.
have been terminated. Have a nice day.
Oh, that's not even a higher score than I have. So there was no reason to take the picture except for this show that I'm a loser. Like, why did I didn't look at my.
Yeah.
In my defense, I didn't look at what my score was before. That's the problem.
Right.
Stop.
So you're starting scratch, so you're fine on anything.
All right, you're coming with me.
Oh my!
What is happening?
So you have to look at the back glass. See, it's yellow targets. It's doing something. Advance 3 spaces.
A lot of excitement.
Yeah, shoot wheel to increase jackpot. Assault. Oh, you hadn't even started yet.
What not have multi-ball? I think this is your turn.
No, because it's counting up from a different score. I mean, this also might be a table that's progressive over multiple turns.
There you go.
Oh, I got it. Oh no, I did it. Ball lock. There's a lot of shaking. Oh, man, how many more balls? Yeah, this is crazy.
Keep it going.
Strange right now, but that was it. $750,000. So $1 million.
player too.
You hit something weird because now there's multiple players.
Until area shut down.
So I guess I have to get in. You were hitting some weird stuff, so who knows what you did. Nobody.
Yeah. Because that was a crazy turn of like.
Yeah.
You are trespassing. 15 minutes until area shut down.
Lock is ready.
15 minutes until area shut down.
Slick.
Alright, ball unlocked.
Not a nice thing to do.
That's not a nice thing to do? Why not?
This is a high security area. Your time is running out.
Hey, it's not my fault that it's hit no bumper.
Head for the entrance.
You're also not getting a lot of points, so like it is nice to like rack it up for nothing.
Any mistake will result in complete termination.
Kind of gives you a break. Oh, it went straight back down.
It did launch it far enough.
For your own safety, please leave the area immediately.
That's funny on the virtual table.
Is lit.
Enter vault to win a magic token.
Hey, look up here. Up here. Hey, look up and play the board game. Stop.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for the tip.
Guard alerted to my presence.
Security guards have been notified of your presence.
Three, I'm at the teller.
Here you go.
4 donuts. Okay.
I
Guard
think
is chasing me. There's a lot of things that I don't understand.
guard
I
roll
rolled a 2.
2.
I only get to go 1.
Automatic security laser device
Uh-oh.
activated. That was not a good thing to do.
So I think that's the first time we actually have played any of the actual board game portion.
Yeah.
You know, like moving spaces. Hot ATM card. Go.
Once you get it back on the top of the playfield. I don't like it when it hits the
Wheel
bumpers.
value.
Let's lock 'em up. Head for the racer. Atta boy.
Nice.
2 locks.
Let's wheel and deal.
That was not a nice thing to do.
I think it was a nice thing to do.
Lock 'em up.
Nothing I
Oh.
could do about that. That was just the way of the bounce.
8 donuts. Times 2.
You gotta put that in there that your score 3,202,150.
You have been terminated. Have a nice day.
What if the Terminator had that voice? You wouldn't care nearly as much about being terminated though.
Would not be intimidating at all.
3,200,000.
You'd be like, alright, fine, terminate. Right, next.
So that puts me at the high score for this table.
Nice.
Next. What?
I'm up?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We're around the same. I know this is too low.
It kind of screwed up in rotation because I pressed 2 players.
Oh, no problem.
Intruder alert.
Player 1 is up.
It's a very
Until area shut down.
dead-end thing to do.
I think I've done it. What was that game where I had like 6 players?
This is the nicest thing though. Now that we can just do that. Like I don't even need to sit. I can just put my foot on.
Yeah, I forgot to take a look at this. Looks nice. It's a bit smaller too, so it's not like as much in the way.
It helps people like Granny Goodness who need a little boost to get up to the chairs. She does, because she would. That's why you'd always see her sitting on the couch when she come in here, is because she couldn't use the old one as a way to step up.
Yeah.
And this type of mechanism to lower it, although easy, is beyond her comprehension. It's not something that Laughlin can easily do. So she was like, I would just rather sit on the couch. But now she doesn't have to worry about it.
Okay. You can always adjust the chair.
That's one step too many. One step too many. It's only one step. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's still too many.
Yeah. One's enough, man. You've got to take a break.
Keep going. Don't give up.
Computer-aided watch has been released.
Cyberdog, shoot any to restart the board game. Shoot any entrance to restart the board game. Cyberdog defeated. So the board game continues.
Unauthorized cash machine.
Nice! That's what the guard rolled last time.
I'm closing in. Over.
I can't believe you're doing this to me.
Like she's taking it personal. Like
Yeah.
this person is acting up.
False alarm.
Uh-oh. Shoot the stolen... It relaunches.
It's nice to have something on the far left like that isn't a drain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have much time.
But the flippers are a little wide on this one, so you do get straight trained a little bit more.
Yeah, because it's time based, so they're like, well, it still wastes time if we drain you.
Yeah.
Very vampire-esque in that way.
Yeah. Nice.
That was slick. Let's wheel and deal. Let's
It didn't have enough power to shoot it.
There's another weird table called Spectrum that BPW just came out with a version of. That's like, it's supposedly based on some like obscure 80s board game. And it's very bizarre. It's like, you have the play field and then you have places where you can lock the ball all along that are different colors. And you have to like do something with the colors that it progresses. It's, I don't know, I haven't played very much of it. But it's like an 80s table though. And it's like very bizarre. But I was reading in the comments, they're saying that the real table had to have
You
a
have
separate
been
light board with
terminated.
120
Have a
lamps.
nice day.
Wow.
And you can tell even on virtual, like when it lights up and it just goes through the motion in the beginning, like it's just, yeah. You're up.
I'm up. And then they go back to rotation.
No, because I played mine because I just played player 2. Yeah.
I'm on the board. I exist.
I Candy. 2000 security system. 45 minutes until area shutdown.
When they say that, you're like 45 minutes. I got plenty of time.
Next thing you know, it's like
It's more like 45 seconds. Each minute is a second.
try shooting for that man.
Shoot flashing drop targets to light lock.
Collectible value.
Candy. 2000
All right, computers disabled.
Try shooting for that again. Fail.
It's really crazy though how similar the design of that John Wick table is to the John Wick table that's already virtual. It's almost the same layout.
in progress.
So I don't know if that guy that made that, 'cause that table came out last year. Maybe he had seen it or something, and he like made a table based on it. Because sometimes people will do that.
I like that virtual one.
So it's interesting, like very much that it's that similar in layout. So, but it's interesting that my worry is because pinball's become so popular, is Stern releasing too many tables a year now? Because don't you feel like there's like every other month there's like a new Stern table being announced? And I feel like you lose some of the quality when you're trying to do an output, almost like you're competing with video games. And that's an oversaturated market now. That's why all these layoffs are happening. Hey, Microsoft went to court to fucking buy Activision and then lays off all of these other companies that they bought because you can't sustain running all of these different departments. Because there's literally every week there's at least 25 to 30 video games that release every single week. I'm talking about indie games, AAA, whatever. No one can keep up with that.
Just tech in general. They just love to squash off. They just love to do layoffs.
That's why if you look at where the fighting game market is, they build them as platforms to exist over multiple years,
Yeah.
right?
Like a good segue is like Tekken 8. We're just getting the first real update patch. This is ahead of Combo Breaker. This is ahead of Evo in Las Vegas. You know, we're ahead on being able to get.
But what happened when Capcom was coming out with an SNK 2 or 3 fighting games every single year? Right, they would lose. I mean, I understand. We also have to.
If
You
you
also have to factor in then you couldn't do updates in the same way. Like when you had Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, those were literally also balance updates. Yeah, they added
Yeah.
additional characters. Back then, that's the only way you could do it. So
Exactly.
Like, yeah, that was a joke. When I was a kid, that was a joke. How many more Street Fighter 2s are we gonna have? They can't count to 3, right? And that's a big reason why 3 didn't hit. Even though the first Street Fighter 3 isn't as good as obviously Third Strike. The reason most people didn't even play 3 is because they had exhausted people so much on all their stupid versions of 2
yeah.
that people were Street Fightered out.
Well, also
They
like
didn't realize that 3 was going to be that much of a leap. It was going to be completely different gameplay.
yeah.
People weren't trusting of it, and
And the styling was different. They had more hip hop, like street art of like there was.
you have to factor in too. These were coming out strictly on the arcades. Yes, there are Street Fighter 3 ports, but they came out after, right, on Dreamcast and PlayStation. After it had already been in the arcade, they had already gotten Street Fighter 2 World Challengers, Super Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. They already had this, and they're like, we're not going to buy another machine from you. We don't have the space. They're not even playing the last one you got. So the arcade people weren't buying them either.
Yeah.
So it was just, it's very smart in doing that. I think even yearly releases of titles is too much. We don't need a new Madden or NHL every year. Those games can last for 3 or 4 years with updates.
Yeah.
Roster updates. You can even do new modes.
Right.
MMOs have been showing that games, World of Warcraft,
Your
going
turn.
strong. They just celebrated 25 years or 20 years or whatever by just building updates and new content. Games as a platform.
We don't have
is where
much
the
time.
future is.
Yeah.
Because then if people want to invest in that game, you can
Get
build
going.
upon it. Don't get me wrong, there's still a place for the single player 8-10 hour $30 game that you
Yeah.
get on Steam on sale. That's fun. It's a little indie game made by 3 people or something like. You know, that type of stuff. There's still a market for that.
Or
I'm not
games
saying
like
get
Dishonored, you know,
yeah,
like
those, but they're putting all
BioShock.
their money into these huge, like, when Redfall came out, it cost so much money to fail. It was a shitty game, don't get me wrong.
yeah,
It failed, but they spent tens of millions of dollars to make this game, and so it was make it or break it, so Microsoft closes Arcane Studios, right? They're like, boom, sorry, it didn't do anything, you're gone. And we have the same thing happening with Rocksteady, because they spent all this money and all these years making that Suicide Squad, in the end game, because it's game as a service, is garbage. If you want people to continue to pay in cosmetics and updates and all this other stuff, the core game has to be fun.
yeah,
Bethesda has other properties, so they could funnel all of that money into Fallout 76, which is now an actual viable MMO. But if you played it at launch in the first couple years, garbage.
yeah, and it had terrible
If that
reviews.
was a company that they put all of their, they banked on that one game, they would have went under.
Yeah,
Bethesda at least had other publishing and other games that they were doing. They were doing Starfield at the time as well. They had other things going on. But smaller companies, they can't do that.
well, the thing is they launched it too soon. Of like they had
No, they didn't. I mean, that Suicide Squad was
That's
supposed
Suicide
to come out in
Squad.
2022.
I'm talking about Fallout.
Oh yeah,
They should have taken more time to develop it, because where that it's come to, like, apparently it's pretty good, but
another major thing because
You have been terminated.
I was reading a bunch of articles about
Have a
this
nice day.
this past week, because there was another major set of Microsoft
I am
layoffs
Candy.
of companies. They closed Arcane Studios, who also they did Dishonored. They also did the Prey. They did that last Prey, 2016 Prey or whatever, which
Okay.
was really good. But they're completely closed now. Is this proof that Game Pass isn't sustainable? Because they're putting all of their first-party content on Game Pass. And if you're spending hundreds of millions of dollars to make this game, and it's free on a monthly service,
well, it's at $10 for the service. So how much are you getting out of the $10, right? Of like, and how are
Infinite. I can go on there and I could never buy a game and only play Game Pass and never play all the games on there.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. But if you're putting AAA titles on there that costed you tens and hundreds of millions of dollars, where's the revenue coming?
right?
That's the subscription model. Like, that's where Netflix even got that. You're spending all this money, but are you attracting enough new subscribers that are like, oh, that new Ryan Reynolds and Rock movie? I'm
Yeah.
going to spend $10 a month just to get Netflix. And even if you did, you're going to just cancel it. A lot of people just get it for whatever show they wanted to watch and
Yeah,
then cancel it.
cancel.
So did you really gain anything out of it, right? You know,
Yeah.
versus spending $200 million. It's not released in the theater. There's a maximum you can get from streaming services versus releasing from the theater. There's still movies that are getting $300, $400, $500, or $1 billion in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Because if it's out, people are paying $10, $15 a pop.
Right.
So
It's
that's,
a little more expensive than that. It's like $20.
that depends where you go and what time you go. But the average
Yeah.
average across the country is 15.
Yeah.
Because in some cities it's cheap because it's Kansas.
Yeah, and
In a
there's
small
literally
town, they don't charge $20 a ticket.
there's nothing else going on.
You're lucky they have a movie theater.
Yeah, exactly.
You are trespassing.
But yeah, I feel I like Game Pass because I've been able to try. Like, I tried Fallout 76 for free. There's like no subs. It's not like an MMO where you sub a month.
Okay.
Like, they do have a membership where you get packs every month of shit.
Okay.
But if you're a casual, if that's not the only game you pay to play,
Yeah.
it's not worth it. But like Final Fantasy 14, you have to sub. WoW, you have to sub. Like, those are
Yeah.
MMOs that you have to sub. There's different tiers, but it's a monthly cost.
Yeah.
There's no game I've ever played that I
Security
feel
guards
like
have
I
been
would pay
notified
monthly.
of your
No.
presence.
Not at
I'll
all.
buy a season pass of a fighting game. Like I'll get
Yeah.
like the Ultimate Edition. I'll grab that if it grabs a season or two in the first. I'll pay $100 for that.
Well, the developers and the creators need to get fed too.
Yeah.
You know, like they put all this work into putting Eddie Gordo out there. Like, look at his cosmetically. He looks fantastic.
Yeah.
He looks great on screen. He looks fluid.
Yeah, and how do you get revenue? I think this is where the game industry is having a problem. If you're continuing to update and spend time creating new characters and new modes and all this other stuff, how do you still pay these people if the sales of your game aren't getting any higher?
Yeah.
You have been terminated.
Well, how do you also keep the revenue coming from your invested players, right? Because some people will stick around. Of like with Tekken, for sure. Like Tekken's launch has been absolutely fantastic.
With the exception of their fucking, we're not going to do microtransactions, and then updated with a microtransaction store. Like, I understand. I just think that the EA tried this a couple of years ago where they had in-game ads, right? And people fucking hated it. We live in the world now where if enough people hate something, it will actually change something. Like, especially when it comes to movies or art or whatever. People are like, oh, screw that. The game industry is the best example of that. Like, people will complain. Like, Helldivers 2 is massive game right now. Sony made it where you had to get a PlayStation account to play it all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And people were review bombing it on Steam. So then they reversed it and was like, absolutely not, no, you don't need it anymore. So you can make a huge difference. And EA already had that happen where they try to put ads and people are like, fuck you, we won't buy your games. And now they're talking about trying to do it again. I get, maybe you don't need to spend $200 million to make Madden every year. How about that? How about you cut the costs of your senior staff that's running your studio? There's other ways to do it. I would even rather pay $80 for a full fucking game that I know is never gonna microtransaction than pay $60 or $70 and then be fucking nitpicked. It's crazy that the industry does that because the first real sign of that ever happening is with Skyrim. They had a horse armor mod, and it was like one of the first video game like memes about transactions I ever remember. And it was like $10 for this fucking horse armor. It was absolutely ridiculous. So everybody was just talking shit across social media, whatever social media, Facebook, whatever was around at the time, and they dropped the price. So like they already showed people are not willing to just pay willy-nilly. Casual games, it's easier to scam people because they're not real gamers per se. So somebody's like, well, hey, I'll pay $7 a month to get rid of the ads for Candy Crush.
Yeah.
Or the grandma that doesn't know when she's building her farm that if she wants the farm to be faster and she needs coins, that she's spending real money. You can do that. But she doesn't have a PlayStation or a PC or whatever. Like, those people have at least some level of intelligence on how they spend.
Right.
I don't know what the right answer is, you know, for that. Definitely one is spending less on making the fucking games. It's just how fast it will go if you want to watch it more. Stop! See? I knew.
Gate is open. Keep going.
We're almost in the vault.
Yeah, we are. Fast.
Well, what do you guys, what out there in the world of the interwebs, what do you guys think? Do you think that the microtransactions and subscriptions and all that shit's gotten too much? Or are you willing to spend whatever, based on, if you love the game, you don't care. You'll give your left testicle or left titty for it if you love it so much.
Multi-ball.
I mean, I've known people that are like that into stuff. Like, WoW was one. Like, I knew some people that were just, didn't leave their house.
Excuse me, it's an alternative lifestyle? I just don't understand.
I don't think, I mean, there's been like big releases like, oh, hey, me and my buddies are picking up the new Halo. So like, if somebody's like, hey, do you want to go out tonight? No, dude, I'm already playing Halo tonight. Like, because it's a big event, like that type of thing. But I've never been like, I'm just a recluse because of this game. And I'll session Like that's what I call it. Like I'll session and marathon. Like I can sit and play. Like if I'm really into like especially like a role playing game, I can sit for like 12, 14 hours and play it. Like I'll get up. I mean I'm not just sitting just there. Like I'll get up, grab something, whatever. But I can do that. It's gotten a little bit more difficult as I've gotten older because I think my ADHD's gotten worse, and I'm always doing 17 things at once. Like yesterday I was editing stuff for
Be
YouTube.
careful there.
I was doing videos on here while watching the old X-Men series and uploading stuff in my room. So like I think I do that too much now that when I do sit to do something, it's weird for me to sit and do one thing. So like last week I told you I was like, hey, you know, I'm gonna play Fallout, and I did, but it took me like 4 hours because I did like 3 other things.
Yeah, I'm that way too. I gotta be multitasking.
Once I'm in it though, once I start, it's like, why didn't I just do this? Because like I'm in, I'll just
Sure.
sit there and play it, but
It's like a build up, bro. Build up. You gotta get to it.
I never thought, but there are times where I'm like so mentally tired where it's just like I can't play a video game. I never thought that would ever happen in my life, but it's happened.
Yeah.
So I'll watch. That's how I watch a lot of TV. I've been watching a lot of documentaries while I'm working, and so I've been watching this one. It's a British show. It's like My Lover, My Killer, and it's like it goes through like somebody's entire relationship, and then one of the people killed, whatever. But it's because it's British. It's just it's something that I know, but seeing it that there's like trailer trash British people, like that's a thing. That's a real big thing because there's like all these like girls like 5 kids at 16, like, and you're just like, this is like some hillbilly trailer trash. But it's different because they're British. You just don't. It's because of the accent. You just assume, but it's just
exists
like
everywhere.
in almost all the killings is just like basically meth type of shit that we would have here.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like white trash type of people, right? You'd be like, oh, of course, like somebody killed somebody. They are like they're white trash. They live in that world, like. But just seeing that, even though I know it, but seeing the documentary of these people, it just still blows my mind. And I'm just like, this girl's like tatted on her neck. And I'm just like, it's such an American thing, but I guess
It's also in Britain.
in Europe
Yeah.
in general,
Yeah.
like meth is actually even bigger in some parts of Europe than it is here. I didn't know that until recently, but there's like meth is like, I don't know why, but like it's just their go-to thing.
Well, it's easy to make. It's cheap to make, all things considered.
So, and like British people got fucked up teeth anyway. They figured what difference is it
Yeah.
gonna make if I do that?
By the time I'm 15, I have full dentures.
Lost 17 viewers, British viewers, UK.
It is now clipped, and we are forever tarnished.
What is going on here? So this happened to you.
Yeah, and that's why I had 2 players.
Well, I'm not gonna touch you. Okay, see, I'm good. So that's weird. What's the deciding factor of starting with multiplayer?
I don't know.
So I think there's some sort of crossover between turns. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
there has to be because I didn't do anything. How could I didn't earn this bolt at all.
Maybe it's a skill shot thing.
I didn't do anything.
I know. It didn't say, but I'm just thinking of like, what if there's a hidden skill shot?
By pressing start? That's all I did.
Look at the draw.
It is. That's the only thing I can do.
The multi-ball continues. Well done using that the top right bumper. Nice little combo up the ramp. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Oh,
time based, so
time.
it's some different
Yeah.
mode. It's
Yeah.
like a mode. You know what I think it is? I think it is based on the previous turn. It's when you land on a certain one, it's probably a bonus mode. There's another pinball that we played that it would give you one ball and it was timed, and you just got as many points as that extra ball. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, and Vault's almost lit.
So you see what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
think that's what it is. But now we know.
Because that gave you 4 million.
I'll take away. You took yours, I have to take mine. So. I mean, right? I mean, now we know how it
Rightfully
works.
so.
But now,
You have been
before when you
terminated.
finish your turn
Have a
and
nice
the time's
day.
over, let's wait to see if it starts to cycle
Yeah.
for the bonus turn for yourself. So is it you?
So one of the characters I'm gonna be learning is King. But before I do that, I want to learn some of the go more in depth with Paul's throws, because Paul does have a throw mix-up game that is untapped.
I'd love to be able to tap this score.
Not again.
Let's lock 'em up.
Next up, we have some Unreal Tournament.
Oh yeah. Did you ever play Unreal Tournament when? Yeah.
There was like a cool one that they had on PS2. I can't remember which one it is. I'm gonna look that up. I used to play that all the time.
Hey, pal.
Unreal Tournament like 2000 whatever.
I think it was one that was specific to console.
I do remember that. It was pretty decent. It's not the same experience as the PC, but if all you had was a PlayStation, you'd be doing good.
No donuts.
Zero! There are cops right now rolling in their graves.
How are they supposed to feed the children?
The little police children.
You have
Exactly.
been terminated. Have a nice day.
That's it.
Alright, one more turn each on this, then we move on.
Magic credits. Insert magic tokens. That's the other thing.
So, like, maybe it had something to do if you get a magic token, you get that extra thing too as well. Because I did on that one turn when you came up and had multi-ball, so. Alright, so this definitely isn't doing that. So this looks like it's just running through, so if you press start, it's not going to be,
Candy. 2000 system online.
Alright, let's go. Let's get this.
45 until area shutdown.
Starting in 45 minutes.
The tournament is unreal. That's really what it was. It was, too.
No reality. None.
No. This table's very forgiving.
Well, because it's time-based. It give you as many balls as it is until the timer's gone. So, like, see, you have the timer under, it doesn't make a difference. You just...
But I'm wasting time, too.
Yeah, but it...
Oh, drop back. Drop back.
Don't have much time.
Our part 3 of our stream is going to be some high score. We're going to do a game of NBA Scammers. And then get into some fighting. There'll be some fighting words going on.
I always wanted to get the.
We might even see Dead do a little Janet Jackson nip slip later on. Man, that's even people could be watching that don't even know what that is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, and that's not even a super old reference in our lifetime, really. But
But it's
Isn't that sad?
It's a
Yeah.
classic reference at this point.
way to make ourselves feel old on this anniversary.
Wah, wah.
Such an old man thing to do, boomer.
No, we're shroomers.
We're shroomers.
We're shroomers. We would be year. I think you'd be enough difference with 8 years.
Yeah, I'm a millennial. Through and through,
All right,
baby.
my turn. I'm gonna get 500 trillion.
Candy.
Trillion.
2000 system online. 45 until area shutdown.
That last turn was robbery, but what can you do?
I mean, you had one good turn.
working
It was that
against the
multi-ball
clock
though,
here.
but I think
Here
that
we
is
go.
on my turn. But then it equals itself out because I had a multi-ball off of your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did way better at the beginning. I got worse as time went on.
Walk is lit. Guess what's not lit? Me. Not yet.
Oh, it's still early. We're gonna raise the roof.
Hey, buddy.
Literally do a roofing of like we got the band saws, we got the
Yeah, we're gonna do a stream of watching us replace the roof. That should be like a segment. Is like a Twitch stream that we just like once a month do of something like the most mundane thing. Like,
ASMR washing dishes of like
as like more middle-aged men, this isn't young women doing it in bikinis where they can get away with that, right?
look at me, we're making sounds with the bags and the
We're
microphone.
not gonna say anything. It's just gonna be very just nothing. We're just doing the
ASMR.
chore. We're doing the
Yeah.
chore.
Clacking of dishes. And
That could be some AMR for some people, maybe.
Yeah, AMSR, yeah.
I can't believe you're doing this to me.
I can't believe that I'm doing that.
For your own safety, please leave the area immediately.
Look up. Hey.
Guess
look
where
up
are
and play
you?
the board game.
5.
Okay, so you're starting there.
Use flippers to stop. 12,000. I'll take it.
Keep going.
Security guards have
If
been
he rolls a
notified
2
of
again,
your
I
presence.
swear.
2 5.
Not
Oh,
you, but the
shit.
security guard.
It's the cops.
We shoot the seller. Multi-ball.
So that's an earned multi-ball. This is the
Yeah.
first earned one so far. Well, I do better having earned it than not being given it.
Just keep the balls in play.
Well, the balls don't keep coming like the other ones.
Yeah. It's hard to, it's easier to say than it is to do of like keeping everything in play and keeping it in motion.
Note to tell her.
Because at a certain point there's like so much that it's hard to be accurate with your shots.
Sudden death. Suddenly death. That's usually how it happens.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it's sudden.
Sneaks up on you.
All right, your last turn.
Alright.
You have been terminated. Have a nice day.
Terminated. Have a nice day.
Candy.
I'm gonna put a turd outside my house that, like, if the wrong people come to try to ring my doorbell, like solicitors or Mormons or any people I don't want to come to my door,
Yeah.
that's what it says right after the turret goes off.
Have a nice day.
Yeah. Well, no, you've been terminated, and then you have a nice day.
That exact sound clip.
Yeah. Officer, the pinball table made me do it. That's one that you haven't heard. Hey, that hasn't been used as a defense in court yet.
Yeah.
So there's no precedent for it.
It's unproven. It's unproven whether it'll work or not.
Say it was at least original. Damn it.
My actions were influenced by a game of thievery.
Watching all these like murder documentaries and stuff, it just blows my mind on how there's like all these big cases that I've never even heard of.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, granted, if it's newer stuff, like I don't watch the news, but like stuff like in the 80s, like 90s, stuff where I did see pop culture news all the time.
Right.
That like this stuff I don't know. That I'd be like, oh, that's where they got it for this movie. Where I'm like, this is too far fetched. And then you're like, oh no, they based it on a real thing that happened.
Yeah.
That it's just like it's one of those like it's so unbelievable. It has to be true.
Right.
And at least you're learning.
The multiple personality one, there's only one guy that ever has used that as a real defense and got away with it.
Huh.
Because it's proven that that's not a real. So you can have dissociative disorder where you cannot be present in what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
People do have that because they hide from like trauma and stuff like that. This will be your last turn on here, and then I'll start. Like people have that, but actually being like, well, I have a personality that's like, you know, from Arabia, and I have another one from Britain. Like those things that we've seen in movies, that's not a real thing. This guy used it because it was a book came out. Sybil had come out right before then, and that was a world-renowned psychiatrist that supposedly had merged all of these personalities together, that people were more apt to believe it because it was new. And all these years later, we can look back and be like, no, like, it's usually somebody who is creating those because of the psychiatrist. Because they're looking at them as a test subject and not trying to help them. And then a lot of times those people are trying to please. So this guy had 9, and then he had 12, and he had 24, because it's like the more he had, the more people wanted to be invested in it. And he's the only person that actually used it and he got off as in that he went to an insane asylum instead. A cushy one that he could leave whenever he wanted. He had people writing books about him. Like, it's an insane story. I'm like, I can't believe this is real. And that happened. This is here in America.
There's a lot of wild shit.
But like you see, like the crazy look when somebody like switches, like when you like see in a movie where somebody's like becomes somebody else, that's his look. That's where people have seen it before.
Just the one guy though, but it's not typical, is what you're saying.
What I'm saying is that he's the only one. No, he was fucking scamming.
Right. But it's not typical, is what you're saying. It's very rare.
Yeah, other people have tried to use that in court, but he's the only one where they used it because it was the perfect storm of what was happening. Very much like if you look by O.J. Simpson's defense using race as defense with the riots happening shortly before then, that's the perfect storm. That's why he was acquitted. So he was like, this guy was smart enough because he was very intelligent to like, hey, this is a new age type of psychiatry that's gaining. I can use this as a defense to be like, this was a different personality. He did have real abuse when he was a kid. He had all of the signs of somebody who would have antisocial behavior, dissociative disorder, all those things he did have. But he was also like he was high level. And he was like, he sounded and looked like a hillbilly too. So he was like, it wasn't some like Professor X saying it where you're like, I don't know. It was some guy that you're like, he's not smart enough to make this up. And he could like speak Arabic, he'd do all this other stuff. But he would, when he was in jail waiting for his court, he had a person that was Muslim next to him that would write for him. He was just so smart, so he'd give him, they thought it was his personality that was writing in Arabic. I'm like, you deserve to get off. That's a lot of effort and a lot of work. And he escaped because they put him in this other place where the doctor's like, we don't believe this is a real disorder. So they started drugging him with all these like fucked up drugs, which is the old way of doing psychiatry. You just drug people, lobotomies, electrical shock, all this other stuff. So he escaped and then like lived for a long time, like in Canada. Killed 2 people. So he didn't even kill. It was like he did 4 rapes. So it was rapes. I mean, I'm not saying rape is good. I'm saying that he wasn't a serial murderer. He committed like 3 or 4 rapes at a college in a short period of time. He used the insane defense of the multiple personalities, got away with that, escaped his second asylum because when he was let out on these like day trips, he was creeping around. Because he's a creeper.
He's a predator.
So they went and put him somewhere else. Then he like killed 2 people, went back in, They merge the personalities. Then they're like, because if you get found insane, which is different, you can be insane, but not criminally insane.
Yeah.
They're not the same thing.
Different.
Criminally insane, you have to not know the difference in what you were doing was wrong.
Yeah, you have to think that it was
And
not.
typically, if that person, which most of the time you can never make them sane enough to leave, they can leave prison if found sane. Back then, this is in the 70s and 80s, a doctor's the only person that decided that. So if you manipulated one doctor into acting like you were okay, you could scam the system, pretend to be insane if you were smart enough to know how to do it,
Yeah.
right? If we can believe Anthony Hopkins is Hannibal Lecter on a screen, how do we know somebody we don't know, like personally, can act in real life, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, people can be actors
Yeah.
and manipulate the system, then over years, you don't do it right away, act sane enough like the doctor's the one who's making you sane.
This actually happened with Peckish Pete. Of like he murdered and raped and tortured a bunch of people, and he was in and out of the system because of his insanity, and he kept.
So they changed, because of this guy, they changed the law. So the doctor has to petition the court. Then the court has their own separate psychiatrist or doctor review the patient.
Damn.
Then the court has to say, we release you. Which totally makes much more
Yeah.
sense. Because you can manipulate a doctor
Yeah.
over time.
Yeah, you need some second
So this guy's
opinions.
let out. Then he lived for like 25, 30 years on his own. James Cameron wanted to buy his story. Leonardo DiCaprio was going to play him. And so they flew him out to California in the late 90s because he was already out of jail or insane asylum, whatever. And they like gave him like all this, living the Hollywood life. Then they found out he had already sold his rights to somebody else, so they dropped it. So the person's like, well, we'll give it to James Cameron, but he had to pay another $10 million. He's like, for this type of movie, it's not worth paying this
Yeah.
amount of money. But yeah, he lived and just died.
Oh my god.
Like told his his niece, like confessed all of his actual crimes. That everything he did was he just manipulated the
shit.
system. He would watch TV and learn how to speak like British, like how to have a Muslim accent, like. He studied that just because he knew one day he might need it.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta give. That's taking your scamming to the infinite level there.
High level.
Yeah. High level scamming.
And what year, what era was this?
Late 70s.
So like before the internet, before you could just Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't use
So
Google.
and so he was when he first did it. It wasn't like just one doctor looked at it and said, "He has one personality." And one said, he was in a hospital for 7 months and had like 5 or 6 doctors look at him, including the doctor that wrote the book Sybil. That was the renowned person who like distorted views. She even signed up. He was playing it
Your
24
plan
hours a
will
day for
fail.
7 months.
Your time
I'm like,
is
I
better
can't
spent
scam that
elsewhere.
much. That's all. You're living it at that point. That's what I'm saying. That's top level scammery right there.
I'm on drive.
That's what I'm gonna call scammery.
Scammery.
I'm on drive. I'm on drive.
The what is it? The Stern Venom table. Does Stern make that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. One's good.
Is this on here? See if we even have a score. I'll add it.
Pro-violence among deep space miners. The new Earth government legalized no-holds-barred fighting. Leandri Mining Corporation, working with the NEG, established a series of leagues and bloody public exhibitions. The fight's popularity grew with their brutality. Soon, Leandri discovered that the public matches were their most profitable enterprise. The professional league was formed. A cabal of the most violent and skilled warriors in known space, selected to fight in a grand tournament. Now it is...
So this...
Long-range cannon
This is one of the tables now that you can use the fire button.
Nice.
It makes sense to use the fire button on the first person shooter.
First blood.
You want to talk about a hyper aggressive game? This
Yeah.
this first person shooter was ridiculous.
They call it Dooders. We used to play at speed. Like
Shit
all
was
these
fast.
Ones, even like Serious Sam, all those were just like so fast paced.
Yeah. It's worth that classic meme of my hands are shaking, my hands are shaking. And I'm still getting headshots like boom, headshot.
Target eliminated.
That's all I really want.
Double kill.
Double kill,
Killing spree.
which people think of Halo was that, but Unreal had that before Halo was even around.
Yeah.
Ultra kill. I'm a mass murderer, guys. Yay!
Yeah, we got there.
Happy 1 year anniversary. Ooh.
I like how the back glass has like a little play field. Not play field, but
So this is for launch.
animation.
This has the fire button.
okay. Missed.
So I know this has a video mode because when I added the script to this, I saw like, oh shit, there's a video mode on there.
Skill shot.
Oh no!
Not quite. Yeah, there you go. Robbery. Multi-kill, yeah.
Oh shit!
Ultra kill. Monster kill, yes.
Yeah, anything that does blah, 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 like that, I love.
Yeah. So back in the day, my dad would play this online, and that's all I'd hear for hours of like, it was so good.
Well, and then like when you got older, like why not do some murder? But happy murder, like it's just somebody sitting there and then somebody's dying. Killing spree. Weird dream. That was a good multi-ball.
It's a pretty good run.
I'm throwing my first ball, too.
Yeah. Nice. I see what you're shooting for on that in that lane, but yeah.
Sucker! That's what I say all the time.
Godlike.
Oh, at least I got to godlike. Because there's nowhere else to go but fall from heaven, right? There's
Yeah.
nowhere else you're going.
Bell 2.
What? What is that counting for?
I think skill shot.
You're a winner.
All I hit, guys, every time is just count down. I could be counting down to my heroin dealer, but
Yeah. If I have to wait one more hour.
all unlocked.
Want some?
Is another Walter ball? One Walter ball per turn? Or per ball? Nope. Oh, I didn't even think I had one.
It's stayed out. Double kill.
You at least got a fall save out of that.
Defend the base. Double kill.
Nice.
Rampage.
I don't know what I'm shooting for when it says command. I don't see anything. It's just like a clip on the game, but it's not interactive. I
Yeah.
don't know what. I can get screwed on my last ball.
Hold this position. Flying back.
You didn't get that second multi-ball that I wanted.
And it's slow too, so you can.
After you've killed, you get to chill.
Yeah.
After
Did you
you
kill?
kill, after you kill, you get to chill. Hey, if we played like a League of Legends type, if we ever got a squad, that's gonna be our motto for our squad, right? That's it. I mean, have to get good at one of those games.
Yeah. I'll just play fighting games, man. I even though I haven't been able to play with Jace for a little bit, I still like playing online.
Yeah, I no. I mean, I'll play you. Like, if you were like, hey, I'm at home, like, I'll jump online and make a lobby. Like, I'll do that. I'll play against people I know. But I don't care about. I want to be able to see people's faces. And like, if I beat some random stranger, it could be like, it could be a 5-year-old girl or a 9-year-old man. It could be a robot. We don't know. How excited should I be about the win? How sad should I be over the loss? I don't know unless I can see them. It should be mandatory. Cams should be in the beginning of a match to show who you're against. Come on, Namco, Capcom. I know your executives are watching our stream. That's where you guys get all your good ideas.
Activated.
5 minutes remaining.
There's people on here. They're just not. Is that Demarion? What's up, Demarion? How's it going? How's your Saturday?
Target light fails to see.
Playing some pinball, some Unreal Tournament. Oh, it's Unreal Tournament. I got the flag pinball. Capture the flag. This was the game that popularized that mode for first-person shooters. That's been a staple of pretty much every shooter since. I don't know if Call of Duty has a mode like that because I don't play that. Good, glad to hear. We're celebrating our 1-year stream anniversary today. We got Dead playing pinball right now. We got Kim hanging out.
Not good for you guys, but that was like wasn't prepared to
You watched me. That's all your preparation you needed. Well, I didn't do as well on Safecracker. I was hanging out more than paying attention to the pinball, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. We're hanging out too. But I was like, I was like, I'm gonna pay attention on this turn to see if I still got it. 'Cause I feel like
Activated.
that's something. Pinball is very much like it is with anything else that has some sort of competitive edge. You have to play it often enough. Like if we didn't play pinball, any pinball for like a month, our first games wouldn't be good unless it was a table we just knew so well.
There's like a warm-up phase
Yeah.
with the pinball. You gotta warm up. You gotta
And
zone out a little.
I think that some tables are better based on your play style. Like some people, for me, like big ramps around the sides, I'm really good with those ones. Some people are really good with drop targets. Like there's something that you're just initially good at. What's your favorite pinball machine, Demarion?
Alright. Close to getting multi-balls, so let's see if I can keep this up.
Biosuits inoperable. Main battery power offline.
No!
All pinball is your favorite? There's not one that stands
There's
out?
not one table that you like more? Where are you from?
Oh, you got it. Keep it going. Yeah.
The table already exists on here. Nice. I don't have to.
Nice. Yeah. Damn. Good run though. Double kill. Capture lit.
Search and destroy.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
You can hit it. You can hit it.
congratulations. You are the winner.
Yeah. You did it.
I still don't know exactly what that countdown's for. He said Deadpool is his favorite pinball. Yeah, that's one of your favorites too. See, this is what I should have been doing. Anytime that we play a table that's new, I'm surprised this is, because this is not real table. I'm surprised that it had. So when you go to add a table, it'll search to see if somebody's already created art for it, and then you can just use it. So if it's a real table, somebody's already made it. Most of the other ones, I have to create my own font. You know, it's a whole thing. But this one already had it on here, so now we can just.
Nice.
Let's see if I can establish some multi-balls.
There you go.
Nice.
Yep.
That's the second one. Clean.
Yeah. Perfect.
Oh.
Keep going.
Alright, it's now on there, so. Or Marvel, so pretty much any of the Marvel tables. Have you played that Infinity Quest?
Search and destroy. Somebody get our flag back. I got the flag.
Good run.
Sucker.
Capture's lit. Get your flag back.
Loser.
Who do you think those people are?
Containment field ruptured.
Objective destroyed.
James K. Rando.
Oh, you got it. Keep going.
Yeah, that Infinity Quest one, I really like that table. What about Venom? Have you played Venom? Monster kill. You kill the camper. That's the best feeling when somebody's camping and you finally get them. It is.
You run up on him like
Right
that.
in the tent.
Well, there's always be somebody in Halo like that, just some sniper. Some people would be so good they no-scope the sniper from a distance, and finally getting some dude that's just standing in a corner, and then like, but coming back and killing him from behind by just the butt of your gun. Like that's the best feeling. Like they didn't even know you were coming for him. You got 2 lit. Venom's a really cool table too.
Shit, dude. That's a great score.
It's extra life.
I'm not calling it this time. It's like I'm getting home.
Still not quite sure what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what was shooting at there.
That's what I say too. Most of my vocabulary apparently is from Unreal Tournament. I had no idea. That and The Simpsons, I think, is where I've gotten pretty much everything I say is from there.
Wow.
I just was walking across the street and.
That's fantastic.
No, that's that's 4 times my score. I added it on here, so take the picture. But you can, I did add it on here real quick. Because me and Kim have our own separate thing. We're going to go through all of the tables and slowly add every pinball table that's on here should have a high score. No matter if it's the best table or not. Because if people play it, yeah. I already added it on there. I had 5, so good job. There it is. Put that score in there. Kim's up. We got Demarion. He's talking about his favorite pinball machines. Yeah, in real, you got that's real life and virtual life. I forgot what I was vibing, but then I was like, I'm not ready for that vibe yet.
So what is that ranking?
Obviously you were.
Huh? So they're all capture the flag, so like the kills matter, but you got your score jumped up anytime that you would either retrieve the flag and bring it back, just like real capture the flag.
Yeah.
But it's hard, obviously it's hard while you're playing to see what's going on. You actually learn more how to play watching someone else play, because you can see the...
Well, the other thing, like, here from the audio cues.
You're up.
Yeah, something to run on board.
Great run.
Alright, so you can put it on there.
Yeah.
Prepare for battle.
Just wanted to take care of that real quick. And then
Long-range cannon.
Then tell Demarion what's going on.
Loser.
Whoa! That's really messed up to start off with that.
No.
At least do a die bitch first.
Yeah, my selfie team is on high. Start now.
So got 2 more tables up for you guys. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna get through these tables a little bit. We played that safe cracker for a long time.
Yeah.
Because we still got a lot of stuff going on. We're gonna do one more each on this one, and then we're gonna move on to Monopoly, and then we're finishing out with The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna be doing some Mr. Driller, some Juno first. We got some NBA Scammers.
Yeah, NBA Jam.
We got some Third Strike, some Street Fighter 6, some Tekken 8. We got all kinds of stuff coming up. So stay tuned if you guys like fighting games and arcade games. We'll be there. If you're not following though, you're not gonna get the notification. If you're not subbing, you're not gonna get a notification on YouTube. So make sure and drop us that. You'll know when we'll come for part 3. We're doing a trilogy. It's a trilogy.
Yeah.
And unlike most trilogies, our third is our best.
Yeah.
Usually the second's the best. most of the time.
Hey, so far the Tekken's been the best performance that I've had. Gotten some high scores. It feels pretty good. But I always fall short on some of the retro games. Well, we got Mr. Drolly coming up, and I love that game. You got to drill down and like do a combos of like kind of like Tetris and whatnot. And you get like this air mechanic that you have to get. So the deeper you go, of like you have to manage your air. And there'll be like little tokens and whatnot.
You heard back from Music about next week?
No, nothing.
I've been talking to him at least somewhat on a regular basis. But I make it where I don't hit him up. I just wait till he hits me up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him. I'm like, are you gonna go? And I'm gonna see if he acts like he doesn't know, because I know that you told me specifically. You're like, I messaged him and I didn't hear back. I'm gonna see if he's like, oh, I didn't even hear about it. I just want to see how he reacts.
Yeah. I'm okay with it, but it's okay.
No, I know, but I'm just more upset of. It's just. Oh, it's been a long time of doing a 30. It's not just like, hey, I'm going through something. Like, hey, you know what? Sometimes people have some stuff going on in their life. They're not available. Maybe they just don't feel comfortable talking about it. I get that.
Yeah.
But this has been almost a year of this, and that's a little too long, where it's just like some of the fault now lies on you. You know, like you can let us know. If it's just I don't feel like hanging out with you, that's fine. It sucks. I'd rather you want to, but I would rather you say that than just never say anything.
Right. Because it's an easy explanation of I just need some space. Like, I've been going through some things, and I just need your space.
What game? All right, so I would say Street Fighter 2 is one of my favorite pinballs. I like Judge Dredd's gotten up there. I really like that table as well. That's one of the last Williams tables that was ever released. I like the Lethal Weapon table a lot. AC/DC is always good.
Yeah, but we can't play AC/DC anymore.
No, I know, but he's just asking what some of my favorite ones are. What about you?
I always like a Haunted Mansion, but what's the RPG that we were playing?
Darkest Dungeon?
Darkest Dungeon is like, just because I think it's fantastic to explore the other dungeons. Getting into the fight sequences. You can level up your character. You can get additional equipment of like, you can. It gives you enough RPG elements that it really fleshes it out as a full pinball table.
Long-range cannon disabled. Long-range
I think you have another ball.
disabled.
No, it went straight to. Oh, it's all three?
Yeah, it's ball 3.
Long-range disabled.
I don't know what it's supposed to.
This is our first time doing this ever with more than 3 people.
Yeah.
Well, we've had like Granny Goodness step in and do like play one quick round.
Yeah.
Pinball or something that's just passing by.
Yeah.
But that's it. Because this would be something that I would like to do occasionally, where we had like a hangout where we have multiple people here, and we're like, yeah, the focus is pinball, but like people are still hanging out doing their own thing. I think if we just set up one other mic right here, you could just have a group of people. People would be able to hear it.
Yeah.
And it kind of gives a different vibe. Who's doing that?
Well, you can also push the laptop a little bit over, so you can also see the game with what's going on. Because as you get further out into that distance, of like you may not be able to see what's on the table. But we also have people on eyes that are watching the stream too.
There's 2 people been there since the beginning. I would say one of them's Kim, but
Not me this time.
all right, one more turn each. I gotta do a rebuttal turn. Because I got that high score, and then you crushed that, so I got to do. Can I do the rebuttal? That's the question.
Yeah.
Because you're safe no matter what. Even if you suck the next turn, it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
You had that one really good turn. You can rest on the laurels.
Yeah. I got a pretty high score, but
I can't. I wanted to rest on the laurels for my previous turn. You're bad.
I have to be better than I was last time.
I know. I don't know why.
Your second player's the one that has more points.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna take.
Alright, today's best is yours. I hear it.
Prepare for battle.
Sleep team.
Nice.
Cover me.
Double kill.
Double kill.
You like that?
5 minutes remaining.
Good straight out.
As long as I exist on the scoreboard somewhere.
We never know how good, you know, you could run off the table, you know? Maybe you play it later and, like, crush it. Like, figure it out a little bit more.
Well, 'cause there's a lot of tables that right off the bat, like passing it, they didn't have really good clear video because like I just grabbed whatever. It's like a little server where you can grab clips.
Sure.
And so like I think a lot of tables were skipped because we thought, oh, that doesn't look that cool. That I played because I would play every table because I'd make sure they worked as well with the new version. And I was like, man, there's a lot of those like really old tables that are on it. They're brutal. There's no balls in it. There's no like anything like that. But it teaches you really how to play. Because it's all drop targets. Like, it's all about hitting specific targets.
Somebody get our
Double kill.
Nice.
Somebody get our flag back.
Oh!
No.
I was trying to get that far right one.
Yeah.
Not a good first ball compared to my other first ball.
Somebody get our flag back.
Nice. Multi-kill.
This position.
Chapter's lit.
Oh. Respawn.
Somebody get our flag back. I need some
Ooh,
backup.
I thought that was going to be garbage too. It was garbage, but I didn't have to take it out. Like, I don't mind garbage if I don't have to take it out.
Yeah.
Not good. It's probably the best third ball I've ever had in my life.
3 minutes remaining.
Almost.
Lift 3 activated.
That's better than all of our misses. But it might as well say missed because,
Assist. Double kill.
Oh, yeah.
oh,
So I was hitting, I was keeping the ball going, but it wasn't doing anything.
yeah.
It was just- at that point, it's just a matter of time until it fails.
Yeah, because you need to take a shot.
I do need to shot. Conker's Bad Fur Days, one of the games that he likes. Have you played that before?
It's pretty crude.
Yeah, it's like it was on N64. It was a platformer very much in the vein of like Mario 64 and stuff. But it was like foul, like there's cursing, you fight like a giant poo, like it's very much non-Nintendo. It was made by Rare, which made like GoldenEye, they made Donkey Kong Country, like Rare used to be like royalty. And they're English. There was an English company too. Then they got bought by Microsoft in the 2000s, and then all the core people left. So it's like you bought the name, but like none of the people that made the good games are there. The name doesn't mean anything.
Kill.
One of the last killer games I had was GoldenEye. Had a really great score.
Long-range cannon.
First-person shooter?
5 minutes remaining.
Pinball game?
Double
Yeah.
kill.
I was talking about GoldenEye as in they made the first
Oh.
that people of our age when they were
Yeah,
in
yeah.
college, a lot of people were like, oh, we used to have Mr. Full Time, we should go in the door. Where are they from?
Ah.
For some reason, they also made that anticipation game that I played on NES. Stupid board game with all the Bible questions.
Oh.
I got Bible Adventure coming up though. I saw that you posted something about that. So, Katie's always thing she remembered about playing video games when she was a kid is that they had a Nintendo, but because her dad all of a sudden became super religious for whatever reason, and so he's like the only game that you guys can play, her and her brother and sister, was fucking with the Bible Adventure.
Oh my god.
We're up.
It was Satan. But the first game on the next one is like baby something. It's like a baby crawling with some really, it's very inappropriate style game for Nintendo. Next up. What is, and this is for everybody here as well, in chat, what is your favorite board game of all time? What's your favorite board game?
Long-range cannon disabled.
I want to get involved in some of those like Fallout board games and Resident Evil ones, but I don't trust people enough to commit to it. You see, because those are like I could get you like, hey, do you want to come play Fallout with me? Like, I know I could, maybe, but like a lot of those like need like 4 or 5 people that it's almost like a D&D campaign.
And you also need a few hours to commit to it.
Okay, so I have 3 brothers. We had some very competitive game nights
Uh-huh.
where like Risk was like it went into the next day.
Yeah.
So like there was some games with Monopoly.
Oh yeah,
There was some multi-day Risk.
anybody who's played Monopoly has been involved, even if they weren't the one doing it, in somebody flipping the
Yes,
board in Monopoly.
yes.
That will happen.
There
I
was
usually quit. I don't flip the board, but I
Have you seen somebody flip a board though? Is what I'm saying.
Yes,
That's what I'm saying. Even if you weren't the one doing it, everybody's been present
So,
while
like,
somebody did
there's
it.
been really
You're
great
last.
games
You're next.
and some really messed up.
It's because I think
Some really great experiences. And
I think they've cleared up some things, but when we were kids, there was some rules in Monopoly that the way they worded it was very ambiguous. So a house rule started to become a thing, and then banker, like interest rates, all kinds of fucking bullshit people would start add, and it just compounded that like when they did a huge relaunch in the 2000s where they started doing those more licensed versions of Monopoly, they streamlined, like, this is the hard, fast rules. I mean, sure, you can have your own house rules, but don't blame the fucking game. Like, it's not something that, like, no, it says it in, because there was the same way, we've talked about this before with Magic, some of the way that they described the rules on cards on the older ones was ambiguous, where it could be taken different ways. There was no internet. It was like, well, I think it's this way. No, I don't. And people would get into arguments about it because it was ambiguous. It wasn't straight fat. Like, if this, and this happens, then this happens. Like, the absolute.
Well, really what it comes down to is priority on the stack, right? And that's where it can be ambiguous. It's like, does this spell come in, before or after this other?
Yeah, and they used to not be able, they used to not put that at all.
Yeah.
On older cards, there was no way, so people have no, it was always in their advantage, of course.
Yeah.
And of course, you're going to put the advantage on yourself. If it's ambiguous, it's always towards you. But yeah, it was very,
The
very
Magic's
much.
so much more ironed out these days, like, especially Commander, like, if you know enough of the rules, like, you get the semblance of, like,
Well, yeah, I mean, over years, but I'm doing this, I mean, Magic was less than 10 years old when I first played it.
Yeah.
So there was, I don't think when they were making decks, they weren't as careful about how stacking certain things against something else would be completely unfair. Like when Slivers first came out, if somebody had a Sliver deck, there's absolutely nothing you could fucking do to beat a Sliver deck. It was so stacked in their favor that even if they had a shitty draw, they still win because everything they bring out, all Slivers have this, all Slivers have this. It's always going to affect them. Yeah. It wasn't, they had to start making other decks to counter that. Now, obviously, there's going to be some things that are unbalanced. There's a lot of cards out there, and there's a lot of decks.
Yeah, there are.
But there's more of a streamline when Wizards of the Coast bought it to streamline it.
Yeah.
When Magic used to be its own thing. It used to be a separate company. Wizards of the Coast didn't always own it.
Yeah, and now Hasbro owns
Magic of the Coast. So, like, yeah, there needs to be a streamlined. So, in one part, it's cool because we get bigger licenses that they would never have gotten before. Like, you wouldn't be getting these Doctor Who and Fallout decks and all this other Street Fighter, yeah. You wouldn't get that stuff now. Hasbro's got the money to put up for licenses like that.
And it does bring in money if, like, it depends on how successful they make the build of the card.
But I think some people also, if you're like, hey, maybe this isn't something that if I play Magic on a regular basis at a shop, maybe I'm not going to bring my Doctor Who deck. But I love Doctor Who. It's fun if I'm just hanging out with my friends to pull out my decks where it's a casual game, right? I think there is something that people, just like video games, there's some games where I'm like, I collect them. I'm not necessarily it's my favorite game, but I like collecting these games.
Sure.
And I think with decks, it's like that as well, that some people just like to collect it because I like the property.
Yeah. I like building decks. Like I love theory crafting. I love.
Hi guys, we're gonna take a short break, and
yeah,
then
guys.
we're gonna come back with some. Speaking of board games, Monopoly. Monopoly.
Be right back.
focus, we're talking about Fallout 4, guys. My main focus starting out is I like to wander a lot, so I hate going to a place that I'll probably never go to again, and there's a master lock or there's a master terminal I can't get past. So I put all of my skill points in the first levels to unlock those.
Okay.
So I think that's why I'm having such trouble, is because I've put nothing to guns, ammo, carrying, anything else, even my health. I haven't put anything to that.
Oh.
So those are all just whatever you gradually get for the level. I'm not getting any stat bonuses
Right.
by putting anything extra in there. So I mean, but I'm still able to break into anything.
Hey, that's
fine.
something.
I just have to be more careful. I can't glint. If I were to start over, I wouldn't have done that, and I would have put more into like shotgun. I already got the stranger, so I did make sure and get that.
Okay.
If you guys don't know, with stranger, when you go into VATS and you can select different parts to shoot somebody, he'll randomly come in and just like blow people into smithereens, which is really cool. All right, we're playing Monopoly. What's the score on here? Somebody want to bring that up for us?
Yeah.
Welcome back. We got 2 more tables for you guys on our 1 year anniversary of streaming. We appreciate all of you guys coming in here and saying hello.
So
I haven't heard
11
from
million.
Umbry in forever. That'd be the best 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's. I haven't heard from her forever. So
Who knows?
life.
Life. Always.
Okay, so you got 11 million on this. I've got a whopping 2 million.
Own it all!
Monopoly's not my favorite game. If there's
In real
another board game like Shoots and Ladders, sorry.
What about life?
I'll play live.
Life.
I'll play live.
That's a
I've had arguments
low
about life.
key. Low key.
Time to roll.
Clue. Clue's a good one.
I like the Clue Master one, like where it's a little bit more difficult, because like Clue's super easy, but this one's like you have to solve all kinds of
Yeah,
other
it's
things.
in-depth.
Those ones are cool.
We played video clue back in the day.
So we're
Awesome.
right here on my left side. There's 2 board games right here that we have this stuff stacked on that are mysteries. They're cooperative. One of them you actually use. There's a website that these people built where you can get like information and all this different stuff to try to solve, and it's like a multi-stage case each one.
Okay.
So you play it over time with friends. Like I played through like the first one. It's super fun.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
It's cool because like you have an app too that like you can do AR and it shows you like in a different room like searches for clues.
Okay.
Got him.
I don't like that screws me with anyone.
Yeah, I watched it happen. Straight drained. Yeah, I've mostly just been, when I have been playing video games, I've been playing Tekken 8. When I have been playing them, yeah.
Winning it now.
No, when I have been playing video games.
That's
been,
it. I get the no railroad bonus for me.
Nope.
Gotta own all the railroads.
Bye-bye now.
Hey Demarian, how's it going?
I want to be a millionaire.
He jumped on Pizza Man. That's his tag on Twitch.
You move free spaces.
Why is Unreal Tournament still the backdrop? Probably, I'll fix that after your turn. Thank you for the follow, Demarian.
Winning it now.
Brutal.
That wasn't quite trying to walk away, but
It was almost.
you made me walk up to, which is still a walk. Where's mine?
Time to roll the dice.
Alright. Oh. This ain't no Unreal Tournament, I'll tell you what.
Not based on that tournament. Alright, stay right there, though.
Yeah.
Bye-bye now.
We'll play this one, we'll get the bill. Not
It's
good.
just on you, though.
So, we're doing a little beginning of this one. So, have you guys have a favorite Monopoly?
This is what I was doing. I was leading up to this moment.
Yeah.
You were asking, I started something. This is what it was.
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on.
You were saving it. You were saving the moment.
Like they didn't need to go this hard on this song.
What's
Right? Did they?
your okay?
For
What
Monopoly?
Yeah.
Pinball?
what's your when you play Monopoly? What's your go-to character? Are you the thimble? Are you the iron? What's your character? What's your top hat? That's boss. That's boss. What are all the characters? What do they have now? Are there new ones?
There's so many. And
Right.
there's so many variations of Monopoly.
There's got to be new ones now, right? They have to have come into the. What are they called?
It didn't like how I closed out of that at all.
What is that called?
I mean,
Monopoly.
it had some serious issues with what I did.
Yeah.
Computer's like, we don't appreciate you.
I don't know, Kim.
What do you call those? Symbols, characters, pieces. Monopoly. What's everybody's Monopoly pieces of choice?
What's my choices?
That's what I'm looking up in the fandom.
Kong.
I'll be back.
Okay, you got the airplane, you got the car,
We do what we
you got the little dog, the wheelbarrow,
bring your money.
Wheelbarrow's me first.
you got the little horse, the ship,
horse. Never mind horse.
the cannon.
The cannon. Everyone.
You're like, no, I'm changing
You're
it.
up. You were
I'm changing it.
finished your turn. You lost.
Yeah.
You're up.
Terribly, but I don't know what my score
I
was.
feel like as the girl in my family, I was always left with a fucking thimble. So
Yeah. The thimble is definitely
Wasn't my
nobody's
first
favorite.
choice.
Nobody's picking the thimble on purpose.
Yeah.
it was my, default. Monopoly was not my game of choice growing up. Like I didn't realize you're always stressed about money. Why do you want to play a game where you're stressed about money?
So there's a game that was in the 70s that came out called Payday. And it's literally accounting. Everybody has to do accounting.
Fun.
Why the fuck would I want to play this? So during COVID,
An accountant would like that.
Huh?
A true accountant would like that.
yeah, but that's a small group of people. That's why the game didn't last. It's not around anymore. That's not enough accountants to care.
There's a lot of accountants that are like, fuck that.
I was collecting older board games to sell on eBay during COVID. You know, go to the thrift store, and I saw that, and I was just like, I think I still have it. I'm gonna look to see, cause like in it only existed in the 70s, and in there was a pad and just like a bunch of math and then a bunch of scribble and then this sucks. That was on there. It's kind of like when you buy an old video game and then some kid wrote something in the instruction book.
Yeah.
Well, like Zelda and stuff had notes on the back. Like at a section, you could write notes in the back there.
Yeah. But I would.
But in college,
You move 3 spaces.
Yeah.
saves you 3/4 of the point. I don't have to write those. Somebody else will do it.
totally 70s cover too.
That is
Oh,
absolutely
that's amazing.
70s.
Look at the bell bottom.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, let me just hold this up for 1 second. Here's Payday right here. Yeah, but it's just. Is it the Beatles going to get the late 60s Beatles going to get paid?
Ringo Starr.
What a bizarre.
So the dude in the front, he's got all the cash.
It's like, it's literally a scammer. Like, you want to be a conglomerate. It teaches you how, that's why there was a rise in the 80s of fucking conglomerates and big corporations.
Yeah.
They played Payday in the 70s.
They already knew the strat.
The strat.
I want to be a millionaire.
Okay, at least I exist. I'll put my score in. Your chin here.
Yeah.
Nicely done. We're swimming in it now.
Swimming in it.
Hey,
That's a weird, that's what screws you.
Yeah.
This is so close.
No, and anytime.
I like ramps that are out further.
Yeah.
I like stuff that's really close. I don't do very well in those fields. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's just less room for error.
You have to be so tight.
Yeah, if it hits the edge, it just comes back down so fast.
And you make it come down in the center.
ouch.
It's not made, it's really. Alright,
You move 3 spaces.
3 spaces, where do I go?
Refund.
Tax refund, baby!
Oh,
Yeah,
we
payday.
love those refunds.
Look at it. We're doing callbacks already. What is that music?
They're like, play the most hype.
We're getting hyped.
It sounds all good and fine.
It's like when
Extra
corporate
ball lit.
throws you a pizza party. They're getting you hyped for what?
Fuck! Fuck my fucking fuck!
Fucking?
We gotta fucking talk about fuck right now. Make sure that we keep that age appropriate. Like, if we say it's a mature stream, we need a once in a while prove.
We gotta keep
Yeah.
the level up there.
Cause you're not fucking killing me on my stream and telling me what the fuck I can fucking.
One thing that's gonna make me
Fuck.
it's gonna be Monopoly.
Yeah.
I hate that. Absolutely hate that. What do you even get? All it does is shoot it right back to you.
Yeah.
That's a fuck you ramp. Like, CERN's like, hey, in the early 2000s, CERN was struggling. Only company still keep making pinball machines.
Yeah.
They were just fucking
You want something difficult?
I want to be a millionaire.
I also want to be a billionaire.
So it's
I think said millionaire.
sorry.
I'd still take
I'm
that.
taking
though.
up a level.
Pass go to light lock. Nicely done.
I like it.
Don't forget, guys, we got part 3 coming up. We got some high score challenge, some NBA jam, some fighting games. We got still plenty of things going down for our 1-year anniversary. If you guys are not following us, drop us that follow. You guys have been, chat's been quiet today.
Time to roll.
You move 2 spaces.
You move 3 spaces.
Now you move 3, it's 5. That's what that counts. Good thing that I know what 3 plus 2 is. A good thing.
Math?
Like I gained a viewer with that counting, so that's good. My accounting from Payday. But like the game, even though it's rare because like it only lasted for such a short period of time, the content of it sucks so much that I was unable to even sell it on eBay. That's why I still have it. Like I own it because it was just nobody would buy it. And that's why that guy wrote "this sucks" at the bottom of the tab.
So hippie-licious.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, hey, talking about, but then it's like, all these different percentages and stuff. Nobody wants to do that. People don't want to do that for their own lives when it matters. Why would you do that for fun?
Man, that's how Monopoly is.
I definitely want to do some Pictionary this summer. I got two really. I got the original '80s Pictionary.
One board game that I really like. A couple that are in the same vein. I guess they're.
Win, lose, or draw. Remember that?
I like categories and Boulder Dash. They're very much like bullshit.
Yeah.
I like those a lot.
You move 3 spaces.
Whoa.
That's all you want to do, really.
Look who we've got here.
Did you pick up the smoke? Oh, just put some over there. Thank you. What is that?
Every fucking time the fight makes this game, like I always
We got Granny Goodness showing up.
What's up, Granny?
He's in my house.
We're playing some Monopoly pinball. Cash grab! Wait, that's my wiener.
The iron.
Yeah.
That was the iron coming down.
That's what the real Iron Curtain is, right there.
Irons on a wiener.
You're up.
What did I get?
You got you did build up your score, so you need to take a picture.
Nice. Wait for it. Mine took a while to come up. There you go. Sweet.
Sometimes you just gotta wait for it to come cycle through, but sometimes it doesn't cycle back through.
Yeah.
I want to be a millionaire. Hey, you move 3 spaces. We can beat him.
At least I have improved my score on the table.
Come on, baby.
I would say this is not one of my favorite tables, but it is serviceable. I can see why some people would like this table.
Let's talk about Mandela. Do you remember the Monopoly guy with the monocle? Or no?
No.
No?
Rusty Trombone, what's up? Or you already say what's up to him?
Oh no.
Bye-bye now.
That's your person.
How's it going, man?
Like, did you lose already and you're just standing there waiting for something to happen? That's usually how it goes.
You raise the lower score. Alright, last one each before we head on to the legend of third.
I want to be a millionaire.
Sword.
War. Keep going, Waterworks. I'll give you some Waterworks.
Now it's gonna give it right back to you. Just rob you from straight down the center.
Like, they're like, hey, Monopoly screws most people.
Yeah.
The only way to properly it's a good rendition of Monopoly because it screws you over.
True.
Yeah, I lost a penalty on going to jail.
Like, it took some of your score away?
Yeah.
Stop! That's more like it. Ha!
Ooh, that was good. I got that ramp though.
To roll.
Nice.
That's open. The bank is open. No!
Just when you can
I
ca-
got VA and all I needed was 10.
Yeah. You can still do it.
Extra ball. No, the bank's not open. I mean, I can still do it by doing all the things.
Yeah, but you gotta collect K.
Oh, there's a cash grab. Damn it, don't hit me. There it is.
That got you 250,000. 275.
Shoot anyway. Do it again.
300,000.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Not a bad little bonus. 925.
That's not.
Yeah. Ball save, ball save.
All right, they gave it to me.
Lock and lid. Shoot the center ramp.
Fuck you, I hate that.
That time it actually didn't screw you over.
You move 3 spaces.
Free money.
Watch those meters spin.
Oh,
That was so
shit.
good.
Oh, nice. You can take that to the bank.
Wow.
I'm gonna get that one. It wasn't as good as I've done, but it's as good as I've done today on this table.
Yeah.
I felt like I had to work physically.
Match. What? Oh, major bonus.
No, it just we would get a free game if it was. So if that ever happens in a real machine, it gives you a free credit. Sometimes I think it's not just people walking away that we get a free game. I think that they lost their turn and didn't wait to see if it matched. Because most people don't know that if they don't play pinball enough that if
Yeah.
it matches, you get a free turn.
Yeah.
You're up. Your last turn here, you gotta beat your score.
I'm up.
Yep.
Let's get in here. You gotta be 3 million.
Own it all.
Thanks for the follow, whoever followed us.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Didn't pop up. Oh,
Let's go to light luck.
didn't even get us all saved on that.
Stuck on in. No, you guys are staring, looking over here, and you guys still didn't see that it was just the picture of me and nothing else.
Do this
The
now.
most observant.
You move 3 spaces.
All that, people are just like, what is he doing? He's acting. His facial expressions act like something's happening, but we can't see it. We gained a follower from that though, so maybe we don't show the game. We just put a camera on us and not show the game at all.
Impressive. It was so
Pressing that so loud.
Nice.
Time to roll the dice. Got it.
Because there's little in life that's above hearing jackpot and pinball. Super jackpot is above it. Giving birth to a child? Absolutely not. Not compared to fucking a
And I
jackpot.
can say that.
Yeah, you
I
can say that. No, so Ded's not drinking today. He's got Mother's Day going on, which we totally get. So I was talking to Kim or whatever, and she's like, screw that. And I was like, well, that's right. You're the mother. Like, if your mom went out drinking tonight, that's her prerogative. She's the mother. If she wants to be hungover on her Mother's Day, she can be. She's not the person that gives you, right? You can do that as the mother.
As the mother, yeah, I
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
I am.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have that. If you were a mother, your entire life would be different.
I have an idea for another game. It could be like you don't show the game, you just show your face with all your expressions. Guess the game based on your expressions.
We almost just did that.
Yeah, we literally almost just did that by accident. People were still watching too. That's what I'm saying. Nobody left. Unless somebody like clicked on, they clicked on us, but then they have 700 other tabs open, and it's just like, there's nothing we could do to get rid of them. No, it's on mute. It's just a tab. Some people have, there's tab people that just have tabs.
Oh, yeah.
There was a lady I was reading, they were talking about the power of Firefox browser. She had 7,000 tabs open. She hadn't closed any of her tabs since 2011. And she had this fucking update on her computer that erased her tabs. So she went onto the Mozilla like help center or whatever, and they were able to retrieve all of her tabs. And it's still, her computer doesn't slow down because Mozilla is built with only speed in mind. So if you are somebody that has multiple tabs open, Mozilla Firefox is the absolute best browser of all of them for that. Over Google, over anything. I've always used Firefox, but I'll have tabs open for fucking months sometimes. And just it never slows down. My computer never has any issues. But I thought that was crazy. Like, that's like her thing. Like, at what point did she decide this is gonna be my legacy? Right? At some point she's like, I can't lose these tabs. This is all I got in life.
Yeah.
It's your last Monopoly turn?
Me?
Before we go on to Legend of Zelda. Yeah, but I just want to know how many tabs do you think it took for her to be like, this is something. I'm on to something.
I still work with some colleagues that have like multiple tabs,
Oh, yeah.
so many tabs, and I'm like, you know, you can restart your computer and then just like bring the tabs back up. There's keys to
Yeah.
bring the last tab.
Well, Mozilla will automatically, if you restart your computer, like you install a program or whatever, when you open it again, it'll ask you, do you want to open all of the tabs you had previously? Like, because sometimes stuff will restart and you're like, oh shit, I didn't mean to restart it. And you might have been looking at a website and you're like, oh shit, I don't remember what the website was or the link. You might have clicked a link and then gotten, you know what I mean? Got in a rabbit hole and you don't know what the website was. Like, I like that function. Like, I want to be able to bring it back up. But I know people. So when I worked for that company, Tamara, she was the one who was in charge of all the marketing. And so she had so many tabs that they were so thin, right, between them. And it was just mind-boggling that it was like she created extra work for herself to be able to like switch between all these tabs. It was like some sort of like quick change magician on the side of the street for no reason.
Because you could just set those all in files.
So my job now, I keep my email open, that tab. I have an hours tab because I have to keep track of every time I'm doing a project, so I want to keep that open.
Sure.
And then I have 2 other tabs. One is like basically Airtable, which is where we keep track of our project, and then our loss share, which is where our files are. I keep those always open. I never close them at all. There's no reason to, because I use them all the fucking time.
Sure.
Done.
Bye-bye now.
We are moving on.
Yeah, I just make dashboards.
Blah, blah.
Ooh.
It's the mustache.
No, it's good because it's money, but look, I wasn't even willing to pay for the royalty-free picture, so it's still watermarked.
Of course. All of us.
Almost
We're in the
everything
same boat.
except for, be on all the video stuff is right. I've already gone.
Played till we
Okay.
So
He
I
married.
chose that reason,
Yeah.
'cause I thought,
Good evening.
Led Zeppelin. Great table. Can't play it.
but it's not the same table as the real one.
Never mind then.
It's still
Is it
a
good?
fun table.
Okay, cool.
But it's made as in, what if it was a late 70s table?
All right.
If you look at it real quick, you like see? It's got the blend, it's very old style. It's a lot
Yeah.
of fun too. That's actually new. I've added tables as well.
Nice, nice.
So obviously we're defeating Ganon or Ganondorf, depending on which spell that is. What's the fun thing? The basis of this new world, I can't remember what it's based on. It's very much completely different than the table it's based on. What's the scores on this? That says Legend of Zelda.
The legend or L?
Yeah, it's right there. That's it. That is. I don't have the high score.
No, you have
Gil,
two.
who's Gil?
Mystery. 241,000.
Some
Oh,
random
but
person.
It's actually aroused by that sound. Secret passage. So this is definitely based on Volcano Time. And whoever got the high score is surprised. We just was like, hey, whoever's here, go to the table real quick so we get a score on it. Like I don't know this secret ability. I mean, I do know that you can open up the castle, and that's the main goal.
Secret passage. So far, not a very high scoring table.
And what's the high score? on it?
Third.
241,000.
That's it?
Yeah.
I'm only at 95, so it's a very low scoring table. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. If you call it and then do nothing about it. I
Well-
called it early enough where I could have done something.
Could have nudged. But I make the same mistake.
What's going on? Kill Ganondorf. Got him. Alright, it's open now. I see it. Oh,
Oh.
shit. That came by so fast.
Yeah.
Around the corner.
Blinked and
Now
you
it's
miss it.
closed. It opened the castle though.
Now you know what to do.
Stop it. So was it just defeating those enemies that got me to Ganondorf? Because they keep popping up. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I
they
think
pop.
so.
score on this?
214. Yeah.
And I got 211. It's more disappointing when you're that close.
Yeah. All right, let's see what I can do.
You gifted just a bunch of subs to people?
5.
She just gifted 5 subs to different people. Kim, right now, behind our backs, while she's here.
It's a stream of
Yeah.
Mercury.
You apparently unlocked something, or something's being unlocked in there. Unlocked it. It's like a locket that's being unlocked. That's why I said that. See, there's a real purpose for it.
It says hype train.
We got a hype train going on right now. We're 50% on a hype train. I've never been on a hype train, have you?
Either. This is exciting.
We're at level 2 of a hype train.
We need to get those numbers up.
Did you just choose random people? Or do you know those
I
people?
don't know how we gifted.
You just gifted them, though. You don't know how you just did that? Maybe it's the people that are watching. That makes sense.
I hope.
Those are, so that she gifted the people that are watching us free subs.
It's a celebration.
It is. Well, I'll be a son of a Granny McGoodness.
Is that good?
I've been telling my son, I was like, you missed out on meeting your grandmother as well. I live with her. I was like, really? I've been just putting it up, like not even telling him, like. It's probably why I wasn't a parent. These type of like pulling the wool over your children's eyes. He's an adult child though. If I pull the wool over an adult child's eyes, that's on him, not on me. If they're young, that's on you, not them.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. That's a parent thing.
Yeah. $181. You're getting up there.
How iconic
You got-
is the Zelda music?
Enough. We're probably getting a cease and desist from Nintendo right now. That's how iconic. Yeah, I want to be iconic enough to get a cease and desist. Like that's where you want to be, people. All of the stuff that I've done for years on here, like Yuzu, Ryu Jinx, gone. Those emulators don't exist anymore because of Nintendo. 3 of the sites that like EmuLine had been around since 1998 and got shut down. Things aren't getting more, they're cracking shit down. Technoparrots next. Like I used to sub to them on Patreon. I was like, I went to go look. Patron's gone. Like you can sub on their Discord still. But like they're getting chased out as well because they started trying to copy new arcade games. That's how people get you.
Pokeball. I lost both of them.
Yeah.
Pretty forgiving.
Huh?
When you're put her in the dishwasher. Or the
No, but yeah, that's one thing that I'll hear something she'll do like through the headphones. Are you fucking serious? Why are you running the washing machine? You know I'm streaming. It is so something you would do like if you're living in your parents' basement or something. You know what I mean? Like it's exact. Mom! I just remember my friend Steve. We were like in our 20s and he moved back home. He met some girls, came hang out, he had a pool table over there, and his mom's like, shh. He was. You think I'm bad about turning things loud? Steve was way worse than me. she's like, shut it down there. And she's like, starts coming down. Don't come down, Mom, I'm naked. You would be surprised to realize that, you know what? Those girls left shortly after that.
Oh, what?
Really?
Whoa, really?
No way.
Call me
How?
again. Let's
That
do
was
this
the
again.
appeal of sex.
They're like, if your mom comes and fucking scolds you, she's like, it's on.
Hey, baby, come hang out with me and my mom.
He wasn't even naked.
What are you guys doing, my drink?
Fireball.
Oh, okay. What?
What's up, Dark?
What's up, man?
Welcome, Dark. Also a big time. He's supported us since the beginning as well. Welcome, Dark. Yeah, playing some Zelda.
Yeah, we keep missing it. Come on.
How have you been doing, Dark? I'm gonna share a little hype train right there.
But that puts me in the high score.
The high score, or a high score? Because those aren't the same thing.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Over 600.
High scores? That's not you.
No.
That's Fed is not you, is it either? JPS? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Joe, I think that could be you, but that not right now.
Damn.
Hey, sometimes that's all you can ask for, Dark. Happy to have you here for part 2 of our.
We have a marker.
You're up. The hype train got you, and you weren't paying attention.
Yeah. I know what to do.
We're on the hype train.
We are. Look, we got all this stuff going on right here. We got hype trains. We got.
Ready.
She just gifted a bunch of people. Oh no, it's fine. We played some fun racing games earlier. We still got more. We got some high score challenge still to go after this table.
Yeah.
We got some fighting games. We got NBA Jam.
Yep.
We got the old school coming. So it ain't over. It ain't over.
You're still like.
You got plenty of time. We're definitely happy to have you here. We appreciate all the support that you've given the channel, over this past year.
Felt like you kept the dream alive.
I like how it just cuts to just some really melancholy that's almost worse than cutting the music completely. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you don't deserve anything but the sad music.
What you're experiencing is called rage.
Playing some Skyrim, nice. Do you think that we're ever? What year do you think Elder Scrolls 6 gonna launch? Because all we've gotten is a CG trailer, and they're like, that's obviously we're just starting development. They shouldn't have even announced it was.
Yeah, that is even in the works because now they may.
If you look at where technology and where players' expectations are now versus when Skyrim's come out, that's almost a 10-year game to make. I would say.
Yeah.
No joke. I mean, Starfield was 10 years.
Right.
Cyberpunk was almost 20.
Yeah. The thing is you have to keep it up to date. It's always adding new fresh things of
Yeah, how do you separate it besides just being you're in a different continent, right? Because that's most of the Elder Scrolls take place in one continent, except for online. Online, you get to go to all of them, which is cool. The MMO.
Yeah.
And the MMO is cool because you can also play it 100% single player.
It's pretty cool.
They have people that all they do, they're not video game players. They just go there and hawk shit. They just are salespeople. Like that. If you want to have a real, true role-playing game, allow people to play roles that are not somebody who's a fighter or a tank or whatever, right? Somebody's just hey, I like to interact and be social. They have people who are entertainers in there. And when I first went into town, I'm like, that's cool. I see why people still play this.
Yeah.
Because it widens it across somebody maybe somebody like Granny Goodness is I like the cat race, right? From Skyrim. Like she
Yeah.
could just hang out and play with the cat race.
Yeah.
And never have to worry about leveling up or going into dungeons or doing anything. Right? That to allow all types of players to be a part of it.
Hold my stuff.
It's not even gonna post my Scorpion. So
You guys have to be ready with it. On your ball 3,
No,
you're
it-
following.
yeah, I was ready. It doesn't even put my score up here. It did the same to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have to be better. I saw what my score. That's all I did.
Yeah, but I couldn't pull up my phone fast enough to.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
didn't even
Once
it didn't even
before
do it.
before you launch ball 3, already have your camera on here, so all you have to do is pick it up and press.
We also hit marker on there, so.
Yeah, but that's a future thing. You're future proofing, but we gotta now proof. So did you get into the castle? Anybody?
No.
That's my main goal.
I had the gate open for a long time.
But just couldn't
I
get
don't
in.
know unless you beat any of the other ones if it even posts your score up there because it didn't even show it.
Mine did, 'cause I was below. My score
Yeah.
was I just looked at it, I didn't see
Did yours
it.
post at all?
Yeah, it was like 600 something. It would be if you had a high score for 600,000 something.
I didn't even see mine at all.
Ooh.
But some pinball tables are like that. They go by pretty quick.
That the American Spooky table, American Ghost or whatever, the one that all those ghost shows that come out. That table, if you don't look at the score the moment the ball drains, it will never pop up again.
That makes it.
Back to the Future was like that too.
Oh yeah, we played that one night. It was like boom.
Yeah, I was like, I told you, I was like,
We
you have to
had
have
to we had to be each other's like phone
Yeah,
right there.
see, that's what we need. We need the other person to get the score on
Yes.
this table, not
Yeah.
us, 'cause we're never going to be fast enough even with this open.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have somebody else like, oh, I'm still playing.
Got ball 2.
There's a horse. Yeah, it's your horse. Oh, boy.
I wouldn't want the responsibility of a horse.
Sometimes
The responsibility of a horse.
is too much. Here it is. Every time.
Son of a
Every time. There's Ganondorf. Hey, that's my uncle too.
Yeah, he is.
On that mic.
Maybe faint though.
Jeez, that took it a little further.
That was intense. That was really intense.
Why don't you say something, Granny?
Can you pick me up on this knife?
It sounds like it's good.
Wow.
You're in the distance though.
How good does the sound from this? This sound really good? Like this one? Like it's not picking up as much background sound. Uh-oh! You see those balls?
Multiple.
Whip? No, they just, oh, it is.
Almost. Oh yeah, yeah.
There's Ganondorf.
Oh.
I got him though, it's open.
Oh.
It's not closed, but he's still there. Alright. Does he come back after time?
Wow.
Alright, here it is, here it is. Damn it! Everything else!
I know. That's how my last turn felt. You get it so close, but you have to be perfect on that shot. Straight up the center.
Oh, come on!
Extra life.
Oh, nice.
That's an extra ball, I assume.
Shield up.
Oh, there it is!
Nice.
What did it do? Get the Triforce to rescue. So maybe I can't go there until I have the Triforce. I'm doing that for no reason. What else is lit? The green light is lit on the side of the castle. You know what I mean? Like, I see that green on the right side. There it is. Assemble the Triforce, though. Ow!
How do you do it?
630,000. I got that free life, so. Dude, there's something else to do besides opening.
Yeah. Nice.
Because you know, but it doesn't matter. I don't know how to assemble the Triforce. The third Triforce.
Assembled. Triforce assembled.
Free Zelda! Multi-ball, you have the power! Oh shit!
There you go.
Awesome. Oh.
I think assembling the Triforce isn't easy because I hit that castle a bunch of times.
There you go.
Yeah, and it's straight up the center. I kept missing that shot.
Good deal. Go Ganondorf.
This is hard with multi-ball to hit it anywhere specific. It's just shooting the balls alive, you know? I got Ganondorf. It's open again. Can I get back in there?
Nice.
Oh. Good save.
So I just like Mario.
Yeah, right?
I mean, it still would make sense if it was. Second Triforce.
No.
Like, you did too good.
Yeah.
At some point, the pinball has to take it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, you can only do so good.
And that's it.
That was it, see?
Had to be ready on ball 3.
Yeah.
Was it
1 million.
1,356,000.
Yeah. I think it was 1.3. At least I.
1.3. Here we go. It's so fucking fast.
That's kind of annoying.
It is really annoying. You have to have somebody stand by on that one.
Like this is ball 3. It can happen at any time. Oh, got too fancy with it.
Or sometimes maybe you didn't get fancy enough. You could have gotten more fancy and just didn't. life. Doesn't that music actually make you more upset than yeah, right? It literally does. It's worse to have that like slow down melancholy music. Like fuck you.
Terrible. You're not gonna let me see my score, but you're gonna give me this terrible music.
This is most difficult.
I'm trying to understand exactly. Oh, you got multi. So it looked like you got the ball loose. Like it was locked somewhere and you hit it and then it got loose. Watch out. Oh. Ball 3. $167 something.
167.
It is. It's still not last.
Yeah.
Katie's last, so at least you're above Katie. So for that,
No,
I'll
did better
applaud
the
that.
last turn. I was like,
Yeah, but we didn't understand how the scoring popped up.
yeah, how
so.
fast it was. How much did I get on 150?
167, 300.
You're up.
So please, somebody, be my score spotter.
I'll do it.
'Cause I
You were my
can't-
score
I can't
spotter.
do
I
it
just need a
late.
phone though. I
I
just need my
couldn't do it
phone.
the
Is your
last
phone
time.
over there?
Yeah.
This is teamwork.
Yeah.
You can't
For
play
sure.
this table by yourself.
No. Because you'll look up and be like, wait, what was that?
Did I do good? I don't know. Because sometimes you feel like you're doing good on the table and you realize you're actually not.
Yeah, like you're
You
keeping
look
the
at
ball.
your score and you're like, this is horrible. Like,
I've been playing a long time, but
I just want to exist on the scoreboard. That's all. I exist.
So that's one thing in our second year that I'm definitely going to be doing is adding all of the tables over time.
yeah.
They're all on here, so no matter what, if you're like, oh, I fucking love fucking the Daft Punk table, well, that's on there. Like those
Yeah.
tables sometimes that are just fun to play when you're just hanging out.
Yeah, for sure.
It's nice to be able to have them on there.
Yeah.
They're not. They're very curated. I mean, there is a lot of tables. Don't get me wrong. There's still a lot of tables on there, but it's a fraction of how many tables actually exist on there. Like
Okay.
a small fraction.
Yeah,
And if we're going to keep track, why not just keep track of it?
right.
Everything.
Yeah, everything. Our whole lives are already keeping track of online, right?
Yeah.
So why not do it ourselves? At least we have choice. in this.
Exactly. Get a little bit of variety.
Yeah, it's not an easy table.
No.
It's low scoring and it's got a lot of tough shots. Oh, it's ball 3. I have to do it.
Yeah.
I was ready.
I need to exist.
121, don't lose that or you're left over.
At least if I get bored. 132, 90.
I got it.
I exist. Woohoo!
Last turn each. Then we're going to take a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
Set up for part 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
guys.
it's not necessarily a little bit of break. We'll give us 30, 45 minutes, whatever time it takes, whatever amount of time it takes. But if you're not following us, you're not going to get the notification
Yeah.
when we get back online. So drop us that follow if you don't have it. If you're on YouTube, drop us that sub. Make
Good.
sure that you know.
Yeah, make sure that you have the notifications turned on because it'll let you know. Hey, we're back to it.
Get on the celebration train, is all we're saying.
Yeah.
First class to celebratory town.
You said that like you were more drunk and high than all of us combined. The way you said it was like you were unsure. It was like you said it like you were unsure about what you were saying yourself. And that's never a good sign.
All aboard! Well, we can hydrate. The
That
Ride
train.
on the hype train.
Choo choo.
It's the word. Celebratory is not a word you should be saying on a regular basis. What it is. No, I think that's where you're struggling is that word.
It's a hard word. Hype.
Celebratory?
Hype train. Both words. Hype train. Hype train.
Like Ganondorf just to fucking get Dorf.
Yep, bonked. It's him dying.
That part is what really sells it at the end, right? That. It's almost Jewish in nature the way you end it.
It's very guttural.
L'chaim! Like, he had a lot of phlegm when he said that at the end of his scream. Did you not hear the phlegminess in it? Like, I'm not making that up. It was a long scream, but the phlegm part of it is what sold it.
Fun, buy yours today.
Wow.
I forget there's no celebratory anything. Even if you do good, it doesn't. The game doesn't even celebrate you when you do good or bad.
It really
out of
gets,
here.
It's just it's over.
it's depressing really quickly.
Right, that's the
Yeah,
the type of
That's-
music you
yeah,
have when that's what the
That's
music's
news.
for.
It's the news. It's like I ran over a squirrel this afternoon, guys.
Like it cut from like in living color Jim Carrey sketch, and then hard cut right into the evening mood. Today we have 3 murders downtown. And you're like,
It's that friend that has like no social like aptitude. You're talking, hanging out. It's like I ran over a squirrel today.
Yeah.
Like, dude, what the hell? Like, we were just
Okay.
hanging out. Right, right.
I have Coke on. I for like, what was it? An ounce of Coke? Ounce and a half? 5 ounces?
5 ounces of cocaine.
At the bar, yeah.
At the
This
bar.
guy walked up and I walked away. I didn't hear all of it. I was like, I don't.
Why are you bragging?
We, Dad and I really tried to just steer the conversation another way. We tried to like really.
Mine was just, I want to go and play pinball. I don't
Yes.
even know this guy. So.
We tried to like just.
Like it's
exit
one
in a
thing if
slow
like
way.
if it's one of my friends out there having a dumb conversation, I'm not gonna just leave you like, hey, we're hanging out, you're
No, you
being
did
a little
your thing.
stupid or whatever. That's
we
fine.
tried to like.
But if you're a
whoa.
stranger, you get nothing from me. Less than 0.
We respect that. We respect that.
Yeah, especially when it comes to stuff like that. I was just like, fuck
hard,
you.
Hard trigger for you. We get it. We
Well, even not the trigger. Even if he said I had 5 ounces of weed, I still would have not cared.
No, he was telling a story.
But he was also bragatory. We said celebratory. He was very bragatory about it.
Yes, about
It's like, what the fuck is
when
wrong
he
with
did.
that
He did. He
information?
wasn't.
Don't tell me.
He wasn't
Like,
saying at the moment he did. He was saying later.
He was bragging about it when I heard it. When I heard it, he was very much bragging about the whole the whole thing was a brag. That's why you bring up something like you're trying to set the stage of what the whole reason you would ever say that as a person is to set the stage of this is somebody that's fucking hardcore. You would never say that to a stranger unless your only purpose is to say in this social situation, I am here. Like that's a bragatory thing. Like I mean, as a man, we get that. Like men do that. They go up and they brag about different things.
Yeah.
Drugs, women, whatever. It's a bragatory thing.
But the thing is, it's like you're telling me a lot of information of like that
That
much.
you don't care about.
That much. Like, why are you telling me this? Like,
Which is why we were like, whatever. We changed the situation.
He was cutting into my pinball time too.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. We're like, we have other things to do right now. We gotta move on.
Like I care less than 0 about what you're saying.
True. Negative caring.
Negative caring. It's hard to have negative caring, but that guy showed me there is.
He showed me there's a way.
None of this is my problem, dude. Get away from me.
It's just a weird thing to start off. Like if we've been hanging out all night and
Yeah.
we were getting fucked up with somebody, I get weird things come out. Like even just one night of hanging out with somebody.
Yeah.
I've done that. Like I get that. But this is like the initial conversation.
Yeah, this is how he approached us. Of like,
That yeah. Yeah, this wasn't even late. This wasn't like it was like 1:30 in the morning
it
either.
was like 9:30 at night.
No, it was earlier than that. It was like 8 o'clock. 'Cause you hadn't left yet.
Oh yeah, I stayed until like 10:30.
Yeah, but you were there for, came in, we did a couple like
Yeah.
triples and stuff, so like that was a whole nother hour. So it was at least, I'd say at least, yeah, maybe 8:39.
We
But
had
still,
that
that's pretty
tournament
late for
Godfather.
bar fucking drunk conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you were at the bar at 1 p.m., it's not. We don't know how long he was. I mean, I didn't see him. I got there earlier.
You're like, sir, this is Denver.
Because I usually show up at like 4:30.
Yeah.
I'll leave here at 4. I'll get there and like usually, because that's when my bartender's guaranteed to be there. And I'll talk with him a little bit. I usually do like, I'll get a beer and a shot and then I'll order dinner. And then
Yeah.
I'll wait for you guys to come. And then I don't really drink until other people come. But that's like my initial, like, I just got off work. I'm at the
Yeah.
bar. Give me a beer and shot. Like he already
Yeah.
pours it now. He just knows.
That's how I love my bar for that. Because I walk in. And they're
You
like-
want to be known.
They're like the usual. They're like, hey Kim, usual.
Yeah.
Love it. The music. The like discipline.
I'm so disappointed in you right now. And the
But
only
it's
way that
okay.
you know.
You can try again next time. Well, there won't be a next time
No,
because
it's
you
not
did it
even
so
that. It's
poorly.
like-
But
We know you.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna set up for part 3.
yeah.
Make sure you got that notifications on, or you're following us on Twitch or Kick.